Hello, hello, crafters! Have you ever looked at a die in your stash and thought, I wish I could use this as an image? Today, I'll show you how I use this image on the right to, like, well, I basically traced it, where it looks like a stamp in the end. And I used it to create a card. The card is not really my main goal. You could use any die. I am just showing you here two options. It's easier if you have the outline on the packaging, and then you can get the packaging and use it. You could use a light board to trace it. I don't have one, so this is where I'm going to do it instead. I'll show you a few other options before I actually show you what I did. I have 200, 240, and 300 GSM cardstock, a panel of each. And usually you could increase the brightness of your phone. I have here an app that allows me to use it as a light box because I don't have a light box. And then you will put it inside of your envelope, in my case, and you will be able to see something where I can't. So I actually tried it again at night. And you can see here it's the same three panels that I showed you before. Turn the brightness all the way up, lock your screen, so when you touch it, it's not going to mess it up. And I turned the light off so you can actually see it. You can see very, very well. And then all three, this is the 200 GSM, this is the 240. You can actually see better in person. It's just the video that is not that great. And this is the 300. You can see all three of them if you turn the light off. Maybe with a light board, it would be better. The brightness might be higher, and you wouldn't have to actually turn the light off. This one, I am just going to show you another way. So if it's a bright day, this day wasn't bright, believe me, you can just glue it to your window where the sunlight is and put your panel on top, and you will be able to see better. But because I didn't have sunlight on the first day, I tried again. This day, the light was actually on the window, and you can see very well. You can tape it all and then trace it. That was the 200 GSM. This is 240. And again, in person, you can see very well. You can see way better than here on the screen. And this is the 300. All three of them, you can see them very well. And you could just get a pen and trace it. What I'm doing instead is I'm using vellum. I am going to trace only this bird for now. Later, I'll trace a sentiment as well, so you can see that. I'm going to use my Easy C tape, and I'm going to tape my vellum panel to the envelope that I'm using, to that image, so I can trace it properly. Vellum is almost transparent, so you can see everything so well. I know here on the screen sometimes you can see better, but here I'll bring it closer. You can see, like, it's like there's nothing on top. It's the easiest, the best way to trace it. And just make sure that you use a pen that is waterproof and fade proof, and or a permanent pen. This one is 1.0, but I would have used like a smaller number if I could. Probably, usually I use 0.3, and then I am right-handed, so usually I try to trace from left to right and top to bottom. But if you are left-handed, you could do backwards, of course. Just so you're not running your hand and your fingers on top of the lines that you just traced, because it might take a few seconds for the pen to dry, and you don't want to smudge that. Once you smudge something on vellum, your only alternative is to scrape it off. You can't really erase it. There's no way to erase it if you're using a permanent ink or pigment ink. You can't really just erase it or get rid of it. If you really make a mistake, you have to scrape it with some sharp blade. Here, I'm going to speed up the tracing part. So you just do it carefully and slowly. And I would normally put my head right on top of it to make sure that I'm seeing it well. but it was just so clear that I didn't even need to do that. And then I'm going to color it. I chose 4 shades of blue. I start with the lightest one and I apply it on both wings and the tail. And I just add that very light layer. And then I'm going to bring the darker shades and start shading from the upper section and kind of halfway down. And then I'm going to do lightest to darkest and then do a bit of the intermediate shades again later. I won't spend a lot of time on coloring because my coloring is not great. It's not the best. If you do want to see in detail kind of which of the 4 shades I'm using, where I'm using them, you can always slow down the video and you'll be able to see better. I did add a bit of yellow to the beak, and the darker shades on the head, and then a tiny bit of gray on the chest, the kind of white part, and a dot of white gel pen on the eye because the eye was solid black and I just wanted to have like a hint of color. That was it. Then I fussy cut it with my scissors, and I also added a few lines with metallic watercolor. This metallic watercolor, I'll have it linked below. It was gifted to me for evaluation, and I love the colors. I love the options to have like your regular colors plus a few metallic ones, and they're absolutely stunning. I did put too much water. Both times that I tried to use it in this video, I used too much water. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. And do just like 2 or 3 drops and then give it a minute and then mix it up. You see that it turns kind of milky, the consistency. I don't know how to explain it better than like you would see in person. The water looks thicker. You don't want too much water if you're using it on vellum. So try to have like as dry of a brush as you possibly can. And you won't be able to see what I'm doing now. But once I'm done, I am going to bring it closer to the screen and you'll be able to see better. I'm just adding lines where those black lines are going down the wings. I'm just adding lines in between them with the watercolor. You'll be able to see in detail later. It's just to give it a little bit more detail, a little bit more interest to my bird. And then I'm gonna fussy cut it and then it's gonna be ready to use. The other thing that you could do is actually emboss it, like I've shown several times on vellum videos. Um, for the like the belly part, there is the white part. So you could do that as well, add a bit of dimension and a bit more interest. I didn't do it. And then I'm also going to trace this sentiment. I would love to use this die on one of my future cards, probably my next video, so keep an eye out for that one. And I didn't bring the die. I left it in Brazil for some reason. So I thought I'm going to trace it and use it as kind of a stamped sentiment instead because I don't have the dies here. So I'm just going to trace it. I'm going to color the whole sentiment, the inside of the sentiment with yellow. And then I'm going to add the gold ink, the metallic watercolor ink on top of it. You probably don't need to color it in yellow, but I just thought that if I missed a spot or if like the watercolor didn't look smooth, I would have the layer of yellow underneath and it would show more cohesive, like more consistent, the color. So I don't know if you want to try it just with the gold. It might work. I didn't try only the gold, so I don't know. I thought it could go wrong. This is me trying to improve my chances of success. And you can see like how perfect the image looks. This one I actually got a bit of a black blob in between 2 of the letters on the bottom, and I scraped it with my craft knife. So if you have a problem, like I said, you won't be able to erase it. That's all you can do. This one, I'm not going to fussy cut around it. I am just going to save it like it is, and I'm going to use it on my next video. My next video, I am going to show you the next two videos, simple designs that you can make on your cards and make them always look great and interesting. So I'm going to talk about one main idea for designs next video. I'm going to use the sentiment, and I thought I assembled the rest of the card, but I lost the footage, right? So I'm showing you here which products I used. So I used this Gina background sentiment stamp, and I stamped it on my card base in very light yellow on cream card base. That's the alternate ink I used. It was the lightest yellow I had in my stash. You could use Versamark ink instead, and that would also look great. Now I used the main book die from Waffle flowers 3 times. I cut it once out of yellow, and then I cut it twice with white, and then the insert that does the writing. But I did it twice because I made a mistake the first time. You only need to do it once, and then you use the one with the writing on top. I glued them together. The white ones I glued just in the center so I could fluff them up. And this is how I add glue to the vellum. So I add a tiny dot and I remove the excess glue and I hold it down until it dries. It's not visible, it doesn't warp, and it's perfect, absolutely perfect. So you don't need to worry about hiding your adhesive. I hope you enjoyed this idea. I'll see you with a new video next week. Go create something beautiful. Bye!